No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you.
Yes, what's good, everybody? So, I have semi-planned a video for the first time in my life. I say the first time in my life, I've only been doing this, don't know, since the start of lockdown. But it's still the first time in my life I've planned a video. Normally I just wing it a bit, which it will still be a bit winged, don't worry. But yeah, I just thought I'd jump in before Bamford starts to get a little bit of shit, because if he don't score against Newcastle, that's 4 games on bounce without getting a goal. So I just wanted to jump the gun a bit before he starts getting criticised, because as soon as Bamford misses a chance, as we all know, he's instantly shit. Even if he scored the last one, he could have a goal, then you sat in pub and he'll miss a chance, he's shit again. I think if he lived in a different era, or if the fans were a little bit kinder to him for the potentially missed chances that we all see, I'm not saying he doesn't miss chances, I just think he gets a pretty hard rep. So I flicked through a few players in general, because we were sat in pub last year. I sort of said this at the start of one of my videos. We were having not an argument with my mates, but a heated, pissed up conversation. And I was saying, well, at what point in the goals tally for a season in the Premiership would you be happy with off Bamford, basically? And we came to the conclusion that they didn't think he'd get more than 10. Or a couple of them didn't. Most of my mates agree that he's good and he provides so much for the team and stuff. And I understand he misses a few chances and he can be a little bit. But I just think he gets a really hard time for it. Vardy's gone 4 games now without scoring. It might have been his 5th the other day, or I think that were his 4th the other day. Nobody bats an eye at that. Now, I'm not comparing him to Vardy. Vardy's a goal machine, and he has been for the several years now, and he's maintained it. I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying then there's a difference between his goal drought and then a Bamford goal drought. Bamford, for me, in the past 4 games that we've played, I say 3 games because we've not actually done the 4th yet, we've not created anything. Against Brighton, he touched the ball 3 times in the first half. You could be playing Aguero in that first half and there's no goals scored. So it doesn't matter who's up top at that point. I'm just jumping the gun. So yes, I'll flick through a few players. So if I start with just Leeds legends or Leeds players that I sort of remember, like not the old school players like Lorimer and stuff, who's the top goal scorer ever, who's obviously banging goals in, but played a hell of a lot of games. His goal ratio wasn't particularly superb, but he just got a lot of goals. Yeboah got 12 goals in 22 games. Decent, very good, you would say. And then the year before or the year after got 12 goals in 18 games. Very good. You would agree he's very good. So, but that's a good stat. Viduka, who I think were mint, got 11 one year, 20 the next year. 20's very good, but 11, Bamford's got half a season to get one more, and we've equalled that. The year after, Viduka got 11 again, but again, I don't think these are bad figures, particularly, particularly for where we're at. If Bamford's getting them, if Bamford got 11 goals in a Viduka's side, you'd probably give him more shit than Viduka got. And I love Viduka, by the way. So that's not in the question. And then the year after that, he got 17, which is mint. Viduka is the 6th highest scorer we've ever had, like ever in Leeds' history. And Bamford's only 33 off beating him. So if Bamford stayed for another 3 years, and like he is doing, getting 10 goals a minimum a season like he has done for the past 3 years with us. Hasselbank got 18 one year, got 16 the next year. Again, that for me is very, very decent. Alan Smith got 7 one year, 4 the next, 11 the next, 4, 3, and then 9. That's... If Bamford did that, I mean, everybody loved Smith and he was a Leeds lad and everybody were behind him and I'm up for that, who were mint. But that's terrible. You know, if Bamford does that, can you imagine the slack he would get for that? It'd be absolutely insane. So Smith, blame Leeds United if you want, because we went down in one of them years and stuff. Smith moved to Man United, played 61 league games. He got 7 goals for him. And he is our 12th highest goal scorer ever. So if that would just not be accepted by any means if that was Bamford. Lee Chapman, who I have the privilege of watching on tapes and stuff when I was younger, got 13 goals when it turned into the Premiership, 16 goals in the First Division and 21 goals in the First Division. our 14th highest goal scorer ever. Brilliant figures, you know, very good. And he were mint for us, Lee Chapman. I'm well aware. I was a little bit young, but I watched all videos and that when I was young with that. So yeah, that's the Leeds players. So I think, as I say, just to contextualise it a little bit. Firmino this season has got 5 goals. When they won the title, he got 9 goals. The second season he played for him, he got 12 goals. The first season he got 15 goals. So he's lost at least 5 goals a season, basically. 3 goals the first season, 5 goals the next. You know, he's been terrible. Rashford, when he first started, fair enough, he was a young lad, 5 goals. The year after, 32 appearances, 5 goals. The year after, 35 appearances, 7 goals. The year after, 33 appearances, 10 goals. Last year did well, 31 appearances, 17 goals. That's a good return. This year, 19 appearances, 7 goals. That's no good. Martial has got 2 goals this season, and he's only once in his whole Man United career got more than 10. Bamford's already got 10, so if Bamford stopped now, he would be in the same realm as Martial. Obviously, this has to prolong over a few years, but this is our first season coming up. Speaking of coming up, Mitrovic, who everybody banged on about, said that we should maybe sign Mitrovic, you know, he's a good player and all that. I agree, he's a good player. He's got 2 goals in 14 matches for Fulham. Now, I know Fulham are shit, but we have come up with them, and Fulham have been playing well of late. So 2 goals in 14 games off somebody that Facebook would tell you was the striker for us to buy. Tammy Abraham got 15 last season, decent. He's got 6 this season. Timo Werner, who signed, who looked like he was going to be a wizard, amazing. Imagine that as a signing. You know, like if Leeds signed Werner, he's got 4 goals this season. To put it into context, the teams that we've ever come up with, there's only 13 of 29 promoted striker to ever get more than 10 goals, ever. That's in the whole time of the Premier League. People coming up from the Championship getting loads of goals. That Adel Tarabat, or however you say his name, came up from QPR in 2011. He got 19 goals in Championship, so got more goals than Bamford. He got two goals in the Premier League in total. Glenn Murray, Crystal Palace 2013, got 30 goals in Championship. He got 1 goal in the Premier League. Sam Vokes, Burnley 2014, 20 goals in the Championship. He got none in the Premier League. Jordan Rhodes, Middlesbrough 2016, he got 16 goals in Championship, none in the Premier League. Yep. So the last teams to have ever... The last 4 teams that have finished in our position currently now, which is 12th. So last year Everton finished 12th. Calvin Lewin got 13 goals and Richardson got 13 goals. Palace the year before that with that Milovic, he got 12 goals. Bournemouth the year before that finished 12th. Callum Wilson, he got 14 goals. The year before that were Bournemouth, again finishing 12th. Callum Wilson got 8 goals. That's not very good. Bamford's already got more than that, and he's got more than half a season to go at it as well. Bamford, in his whole career for us, has got 35 goals in 84 games. He gets a goal every 2.4 games, and this season he's got a goal every 155 minutes, which I think is pretty good going. In the first year in the Championship, he played 22 games. He was always injured. He got 9 goals. The second season, 45 games, 16 goals. I know that's a lot of games, but still 16 goals. This season, obviously, he's played 17 games, got 10 goals, which is a very good return. We've scored 30 goals in the Premiership. He's scored 1/3 of all the goals. So he scored 10 goals for us. At one point, which is a bit of a fun fact, but Lewandowski was the only goal scorer in Europe's top 5 leagues to have scored more outfield goals, so not including penalties. When he'd got 9 goals, Bamford, there was only Lewandowski that had got more. I would like to challenge anybody to tell me where these strikers are that you could just go out and buy who'd get more goals than that, because it seems to me like we have one. So, because as I've stated, there's not a lot of them going about. We've got the best goal difference from anybody below us. We're on -4, which is obviously not great, but there's nobody below us that has got a better goal ratio. So as soon as you go above us, they start going into positive. All strikers miss chances. We haven't played well. That's why Leeds aren't scoring. That's why he's not scoring. Salah, who's absolutely amazing, obviously, just to put it into context as well. Super selfish. I think he wastes loads of chances. He shoots all the time. It gets no criticism because he scores so many goals and he's so useful for the team. I'm not saying Bamford is better than Salah. I'm just saying anytime he does something wrong, he's straight into criticism. Curtin Woodhouse on Twitter, I don't know if anybody follows him, but he's quite funny. Sometimes he's a bit tongue-in-cheek and that, but and he's a bit of a wind-up merchant. But I think what the statement he's making is aware that Bamford gets a lot of shit. And he just said a tweet like saying, Bamford over Firmino any day, which I really liked. If I could double like, I would have done. But yeah, that's my basic just waffle summary of before Bamford starts getting a bit of shit. I just think it should be contextualised just a little bit. Bamford is, I think is he our 19th highest goal scorer ever? Let's have a look. Yeah, he's our 19th goal scorer ever. The top 5, which is worth a mention. Peter Lorimer, number 1, with 113 games. Alan Clark, number 2. Becchio, the ledge, number 3. Bamford, 4. Mick Jones, 5. Then Viduka, 6. Johnny Giles, Ross McCormack, Eric Yule, Billy Bremner, Rod Wallace, Alan Smith, Lee Bowyer, Lee Chapman, Chris Wood, Jack Charlton, Big Brian Dean, Snodgrass, then Bamford. Then Pablo, then Hasselbank, then Ian Hart, which is crazy that Ian Hart's managed to get in there. I know he whapped in a fair few free kicks, but still. That's my ramble. So yeah, I'm just Team Bamford. I just think he just deserves a little bit more respect than he gets. He's got 10 goals. You'd all be shitting a brick if that were Rodrigo or Rafinha. You know, and I'm all up for Rafinha and Rodrigo. I love them. I think they're both mint. Rodrigo's next to get some shit. So yeah, get behind the boys. I hope that was my argument was put together well. You're more than welcome to disagree with me, but I don't think the numbers lie. They played in the Alan Smith side. If he was Alan Smith, nobody would ever mention, like, oh, he's not a goal-scoring striker. Bamford is both. Works just as hard as Smith did for the team and bangs in a load of goals. So, if you don't think it's a load of goals, it's a lot more than other people. Yeah, my rant over. What do you reckon? Peace.
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Don't wanna ever feel surprises. Why?